Hello Internet and welcome to Magic 2014. I believe this is the Planeswalkers. I downloaded 2 Magic games actually. I am doing this because A, I like Magic, and B, it was one of the videos, or one of the series that was requested when I asked the interwebs what y'all wanted to see, and Magic was one of them. I am not an expert at the game of Magic. I have played a little, which at the beginning of the game, which unfortunately I didn't start recording until after the opening cinematic. I apologize. So at the beginning you get an option. It asks you how much you've played Magic, or how much you've played Magic, and it gives you the options of none, a little, or a lot. I chose a little because I've only played a little. I've never really played it competitively. I've just played it like with Jamie and some friends, and just doofing around, having fun. I've never actually built my own deck. A friend built my deck for me, and it was a combination of cards given to me from like 6 different people that all just kind of came together to build one cohesive deck. But anyway, I personally, my deck that I actually play with in real life is a white-red deck. So I enjoy it, I like it, it's a ton of fun. But because of the fact that I chose a little at the beginning of the campaign, they're going to have us go through a tutorial. I don't know if they have you do that, if you say a lot, probably not. But this will teach us the basics of Magic. So I'm going to go through this because, I could use a refresher course. It's been a while since I've played. But also, for those of you who don't know how to play, this could help you learn how to play the game of Magic. I have only been playing it for a couple of years. I really, really like it. I enjoy just doofing around with my friends and having a blast. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it.
You are a Planeswalker, one of the elite spellcasters of the multiverse.
Yeah, that sounds great.
During duels, you will face fearsome enemies, sometimes other Planeswalkers, to battle for power and glory.
Okay, I like power and glory.
You
That
each
sounds
start
fun.
with 20 life. The first player to reduce the opponent's life total to 0 is the winner.
I think 20 is actually lower than what it normally is. If I remember correctly, when I play with my friends, we have 40.
Your library is the deck of cards containing all the spells, creatures, and resources you'll need to defeat your opponent.
Yeah. Assuming, of course, you A, know how to use them, and B, actually have the correct cards.
You begin the game with a hand of 7 cards. Use the mouse to select a card in your hand. Use the mouse wheel to zoom in on the selected card.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like it. Okay, well, because of the fact that these require green, require forests. Oh, it's not going to let me choose on that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, I do know that you need...
On your opponent's first turn, he plays a land. Once on the battlefield, lands provide the mana needed to cast spells.
That's exactly what I was just going to try to explain. So, thank you, tutorial, for telling me. Or for telling us. Okay, now he's going to play a creature. It's a crazed zombie. Continue button over here. Okay, so
your
let's...
opponent uses that land to summon a creature onto the battlefield.
Okay, cool. Good for him.
Crazed Goblin costs 1 red mana to cast, so your opponent needed just 1 mountain to cast it.
Yup. I'm remembering all of this. It's just I don't remember the more complicated, the later gameplay stuff like that. So am I supposed to? Okay, he's still taking his turn.
You can play 1 land on each of your turns.
Yeah.
Play a forest now.
Just did. Okay, awesome. We just played our first forest. He's over there like, fuck your forest. Mountains is where it's at, bruh.
Crazed Goblin attacks. Because you have no creatures, you're unable to block.
Yup. So I'll take 1 damage over here.
Crazed Goblin has 1 power, so it deals 1 damage in combat. You lose 1 life.
Yeah, because it's this is like power and toughness, I believe is what they call this. It's basically like if you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh, it would be your attack and defense, the exact same thing. So yeah, I remember all of that. This game actually has the makings to be pretty cool. I like the graphic scheme, and I really like these like little embers that are
The more
floating
lands you
around.
have on the battlefield, the more powerful
Yeah.
spell. Your 2 forests now give you
Yeah.
access to 2 green mana.
What does this do?
Use the mouse
Oh,
wheel
it's
to
just a
zoom
creature.
in
Okay,
on Rune
awesome.
Claw. Rune Claw
Okay.
Bear requires 1 green mana and 1 mana of any type to cast.
Yup.
Click on Rune Claw Bear to cast it.
There
When
we
you
go.
use mana from lands, those lands become tapped and can't be used again until your next turn.
Yep, that's why these are
A creature
sideways.
can't attack the first turn you summon it to the battlefield. This is often called summoning sickness. The creature will be able to block if you're attacked.
Yep. This I remember, unless it has haste, I believe is what it's called, where you can attack right away. I think it's called haste. I'm fairly certain.
Crazed Goblin attacks. Because Rune Claw Bear is untapped, you can choose to block with it.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Click Rune
so,
Claw Bear to select it. Then click Crazed Goblin to block it. Then click Block to finalize your choice.
okay, so boom, boom, and block. So I don't remember
Crazed
how all of
Goblin
that
has
works.
1 power, so it deals 1 damage to Rune Claw Bear.
Right, so
Rune Claw
okay,
Bear
that's
has
what I
2
thought.
power, so it deals 2 damage to Crazed Goblin at the same time.
Right,
Crazed Goblin
Effectively
has
destroying.
only 1 toughness, so 2 damage is enough to destroy it.
okay.
Rune Claw Bear has 2 toughness and takes only 1 damage, so it survives the combat and remains on the battlefield.
Awesome sauce. I like that whole remaining on the
As
battlefield.
the turn ends, all damage dealt to creatures wears off.
Yep, they just kind of heal.
You can
Between
press
turns.
H to request a hint. These hints may advise you about which spells to cast, which creatures to attack with, and more. Request a hint now by pressing H.
H. Yep, okay, and then I could place another Runeclaw Bear, or I could place this guy, who's stronger than Runeclaw Bear. I didn't actually pay attention to what its name was.
Runeclaw Bear no longer has summoning sickness and can now attack your opponent. Click
Yeah,
on Runeclaw Bear to attack with it.
yeah. Is that it? Oh, didn't see that nifty little attack button over there. So now I'm going to deal 2 damage to him. So he'll go down to 18 life, which is always good. Alright. Yeah. This tutorial is a little slower than I was hoping it would be. Okay. Attacks each turn if able. Okay. So what, it like has to attack? No
You
options?
can cast any number of spells each turn.
Yeah, as long as you have the mana for it. Excuse me. Alright. And we can still play this Runeclaw Bear, which is always fun. Playing another one of those.
You can attack with any number of creatures each combat.
Mm-hmm. I'm aware. But he could block me, which I don't want him to do. You know what? Forget about it. He can't block both. He's gonna block the weaker one to destroy it, but I deal 3 damage to him as a result. So go ahead and destroy my little Runeclaw Bear. I'm sorry, Bear. I'm sorry, Bear. No, my buddy. He was with me from the very beginning. I apologize, friend.
You can block a single
but it was a
attacker with any number
necessary
of
sacrifice.
creatures. Your opponent will divide the attacker's damage among its blockers.
Right. But it would kill my stuff. And I don't want it to kill my stuff. Because death is not fun. God damn it. You know what? Let's just block with this. No, I think that's a bad idea. Nah, forget it. We'll block with both. Just to be on the safe side. Yeah, no. Safety was not a good idea. It didn't do anything. Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen. Okay, I will gladly attack. Let's do this. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Da 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 da. Also, guys, let me know if you actually want me to continue the tutorial on YouTube. If not, I can just not record the rest of the tutorial, or I could skip the tutorial. But I just wanted to do the tutorial. No, you know what? I'm going to put up the tutorial because, you know, for those of you who don't know how to play the game, this can be kind of like an introduction to the game for all of you who don't know how to play. I mean, obviously the person that requested the game knows how to play, but there are other people on this channel too. And I gotta think about everybody. I don't want, but I also don't want. I'm in a bit of a predicament. I want to attack, but I don't want to lose stuff. Well, you know, whatever. I also don't want him to have stuff. Okay. Dealing 2 damage. We lose our centaur, which is actually saddening. He gets to keep his because we only dealt 3 damage to it, so it stayed alive with 1 toughness left. So okay, so that has haste, which means that it can attack right away, and it has flying, which means my little guys here that are sitting on the ground can't defend against it. So that ought to be interesting, because I have no way of defending. Unless the creature that you have has, what's it called? Reach. Because reach, well, I think it's fairly obvious what reach does. I don't know how I feel about this. Whatever, we'll just do it. Go big or go home. I was just thinking that it was, oh, okay. He's blocking both, but I'll destroy that guy, so, or his bone breaker giant. So, alright, that's one less creature he's got sitting out there to defend against me, which I'm alright with. I don't particularly care for the fact that he had a couple 4/4s sitting over there anyway, which is actually kind of funny, seeing as I have a 7/7 and a 6/5. So, yeah, he can do whatever he wants. He can defend me against me. He can do whatever he wants, but I'm still hitting him. Alright. Boom, 6 damage there, which is grand because that leaves him with 2, and boom, his flyer is destroyed because it defended against me, which means it has to come down to my level to defend me against me. So I killed him, which is great. I love winning. Of course, it's the tutorial, so it's basically rigged in your favor. But you know what? No mercy. just no mercy. No mercy. Um, yeah. So, I don't exactly know. Like I said, I haven't played the game uh, online. I actually bought this on Steam. Um, I don't know how it all works out. I don't know if you can build your own decks, or if you just kind of are given decks. Um, I think I'll do each one of these in a separate video, because I want to keep my videos relatively short. So thank you guys for watching that one. That was just kind of an introduction. Um, Next video, I'll probably actually just roll through all of these, and then we'll be able to get into the actual game. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Next video, I'll just roll through all of these. You know what? You know what? We'll just roll through it now, while I have your attention. Alright, we'll just roll through the entire tutorial right now. Then we'll call it good after that. Okay. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm sorry, I got a text message from my father. Um, I didn't actually respond to him, so Dad, if you watch this, I apologize. Oh shit, he's using black deck. Jamie used black decks like crazy. I only ever beat his black deck once, or twice, actually, I think, and it was not easy. I had like one life left. That was back when I was living in St. Cloud. It was way before I started my channel. We were sitting at the table. I was playing with Jamie and a couple of our friends. Taste of Blood deals 1 damage to target player, and you gain 1 life.
Your opponent has cast a
Oh,
sorcery.
you
A player
jerk.
can cast sorcery spells, like creatures, only during that player's turn before or after combat. A sorcery creates a one-time effect, and then goes to the graveyard.
Yup. That's what I hate about black decks. They are damage-dealing, life-sucking, draining of all hope and happiness decks, and I despise them with a burning passion. Jamie's was filled with, like, if this card deals direct damage, you take, or your opponent takes that much damage, obviously, mills, in other words, discarding the top, like, 2 cards of their library, and then whoever is using the card gains that much life, which was really, really upsetting. But I ended up just, lifelink, which means when he hits for direct damage, when it deals damage, he gains that much life. However much that card I already knew that. And so did you guys, because I explained it last game.
You've drawn a
So
sorcery.
yeah.
Monstrous Growth will let you give 1 creature a temporary boost.
Yeah, awesome sauce. Alright, so let's play that. A temporary boost, huh? Well, I don't have anything that really requires a temporary boost right now. Because of that thing. Well, you know what? I'll just show you guys what it does. Alright, choose a creature. They're both the exact same creature, so we'll just play the one, or choose the one we played first. So now, that gave my creature +4/+4, so it's a 6/6. Which I'm alright with. Because obviously he's going to go down to defend that 6/6. Anybody with a brain would do that. He's not going to do that. So I deal 8 damage, which is good because, with black decks, you want to deal as much damage as quickly as you possibly can before they can really get their deck going. Because a lot of people I've noticed with black decks, it does take a little while for them to get there.
Cards, press spacebar or click Stop Timer.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was a thing. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, I've noticed that a lot of the time with black decks, it does take a little bit of time to actually get the deck going. Um, Unfortunately, so does my deck. Vicious Hunter deals 2 damage to target creature, and you gain 2 life. So he's going to destroy my creature and gain that much life, which is saddening. Oh yes, Trample. Um, that is amazing. I love Trample because of this effect here. If a creature with Trample would deal enough combat damage to its blockers to destroy them, it deals the rest of its damage to the defending player. So if that thing wasn't flying, it would be just a little 1/1 dude, and because this is a 4/2, if I attacked and it defended with that card for some stupid reason, I would destroy his card and deal 3 damage to his life. So, yeah, I really, really like Trample. It is a blast. Just a ton of fun. This game is quite a bit of fun, actually. I thoroughly enjoy playing this with my friends. Unfortunately, I currently live in completely different states than any of my friends, or in a completely different state than any of my friends. So, if they have this, though, there is a multiplayer portion of this game. So if any of my friends have this game, we should totes play sometime, bruh. Because that would be awesome. Just a little zombie. It doesn't really have any effects. It's just a little 2/2 zombie dude. So I'm okay with that card. Okay, so what did we just draw? You gain 1 life each, for each card in your hand. Oh, for each land you control. Okay. Gaining a life for each land we control is always good. Yeah, gaining a life for each land we control. So, we'll play that card later when we have a little bit more land. Right now, we've only got like 5. I wasn't counting. We've got 5. So we'll save it for a while because I like just massive boosts in life, if I can. Now you're about to see Trample at work. I don't see how that did anything, but it was supposed to deal 2 damage to his life because of Trample. If it did, and I just didn't notice, I apologize. Creature, just a little 2/2 again. It probably wasn't even a 2/2. It's a 2/6.
Fight is a special action that causes creatures to deal damage directly to one another.
Okay. I, don't know what that meant. Choose a creature you control. Wait, what is this doing? You fights target creature you don't control. Okay. We'll do it with this guy. And then to this guy. I think that's the way we'll go about that. Yeah. To destroy him. Okay. We're just gonna continue. I'm gonna save that because, you know, it may be a tutorial, but I want more life than this. So, actually, I didn't even think about the fact that I don't have any lands in my hand, so I don't have any guaranteed land. So, yeah, that ought to be interesting to find out how that... Okay, he did defend using his little lifelink dude, so it's dead now. Thank God. You know what? We'll just play it now. 'Cause why not? We don't have any guaranteed lands. I'm actually over the starting amount of life now, which I'm totally okay with. When this card enters the battlefield, target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn, which he's obviously going to do to this card to kill it. So, yeah, I saw that one coming from a mile away. Alright, target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. I can get used to these. I like these cards. This is a nice little deck here. I am enjoying this. Now we will deal 6 damage directly to his face, so he will have 2 life left, which I am also okay with. I'm alright with winning. I enjoy winning. Winning is a blast. So, like I said earlier, this is a tutorial, so obviously it's basically rigged so that I can't possibly lose, but I don't care. I still get a little sense of pride in winning a game. It doesn't matter to me if it's rigged in my favor or not, because I have, in real life, lost games that were rigged in my favor. So this ought to be interesting. Choose a creature to get +7/+7, and gain trample. So no matter what happens, with a 13/12 with trample, no matter what happens here, I'm going to win, because he only has 2 life. So yeah, he's going to block. It's going to destroy his creature and deal 11 damage directly to his face. So technically he will be at -9 life. It actually did show that up there. So yeah, he was very, very dead. Okay, we will continue on now to enhancements. Enhancements. Yeah. I don't get... See, like I said, there's a lot to this game. It just keeps on going. It's actually fairly simple once you get the hang of it. Yeah, see, white. That's what the main color of my my deck, like, in real life is. Okay, with flying, of course, the little 1/1, white is
You've drawn an aura
interesting.
enchantment.
Okay.
As you cast an aura, it will attach to a target on the battlefield, often giving it a permanent bonus.
That is not what it says there at all. Okay. Let me play this, and then this. This little, what was that, a boar? No, that's one of our bears, Ravenclaw bear. Okay. Hopefully I said that correctly. I think I may have put in the wrong word. Runeclaw. Ravenclaw is in Harry Potter. So, yeah, I can't block because it's flying, and my dude does not have reach, and it is not flying, so I can't do anything about it. First strike. So first strike means no matter what, it's going to hit first, which is actually important in deciding, yeah, okay, it's possible for a creature to be destroyed before it can deal its combat damage. That's what first strike helps with. There's also double strike, which I have never used, and I've never had used against me, so I don't exactly know how it works. The game was wanting me to use that because enhancements, and that's kind of the idea behind this little section of tutorial. So let's do it up. Let's use it and attack, and as you can see, that card is still there, pretty much attached to my creature. That is so you remember that it's there, you know, just like just about any other card game that has attachments and stuff. Like if you've ever played, I believe the same is true for the Pokemon trading card game. I've never actually played the Pokemon trading card game, but I have watched it.
Not all enchantments are auras.
I don't like
Some sit on the battlefield and permanently change the way the game is played.
I don't like
Glorious Anthem will make all your opponent's creatures bigger.
Yeah, it gives it permanent +1/+1 to each white creature. I don't like that. Oh, I can't block because my creature is tapped, which saddens me. But yeah, we'll hopefully win. I think I goofed up somewhere along the line. This guy has reach, so it will be able to defend against flyers, which I'm okay with. Okay, he can't defend against me because both of his creatures are tapped, so I will deal 5 damage directly to his face, leaving him with 10 life. I did not think about the fact that this video would be like an hour long if I went through the entire tutorial, so I'm probably just going to finish up this enchantment section, and then next video I will do the rest of the tutorial as quickly as I possibly can, and then the third video of the series will be the actual game. So what does this do? Plus, I'm having a hard time. Oh, right. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3. What does this one do exactly again? You gain 1 life for each land you control. That will come in handy. For now, we're going to use that, and we're going to put it on this guy, because why not? Now he's an 8/8, so we'll just swing both of these at his face and see what happens. I would not be surprised if he used both of these to defend the one, but he's not going to, so I deal 2 damage to him. He will block my 8/8, however, his birdie will die. So goodbye, Suntail Hawk. It was nice knowing you. Get out of here. I do not like you at all. I said it was nice knowing you. Really, it was an awful pleasure. I did not enjoy your company. You were terrible. Okay, I really don't like this guy. A little 3/2. I mean, I say little because I've seen things much, much bigger than that. Nate and his 50/30/30 fucking green token things. So destroy all creatures. So rip my love. Why do you destroy everything I love? Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, you may search your library for a creature card with the same total power and toughness and put it onto the battlefield. If you do, shuffle your library. I like the sound of that. I believe that's a permanent. Yep, it is. Alright, so that means that every time I play a creature, I can search for another creature with the same power and toughness in my deck and play it, and then shuffle my deck. Okay, a little 2/2 flyer. I keep saying 2/2 flyer, or I keep saying little flyers. Don't like flyers regardless, but here, let's gain some life, because eventually he's going to swing at my face, and I don't want it to hurt that badly. So, so we'll gain a little bit of life there. He's going to play his planes, and then he's probably going to swing at me with this little 3/3 flyer and hurt me, and I'm going to be sad because I'll be back down to 15 life. Which I shouldn't really be complaining, seeing as he's at 8 life. Does that say cat? It is. It's a cat knight. How do you have a cat knight? Kitty! Anyway. I don't see where the cat comes in, but okay, we'll roll with it. 7/7. We are playing the 7/7. What does this do again? Right, I can grab another creature. Whenever this creature blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, destroy that creature. You gain life equal to that creature's toughness. I like the sound of that. At the beginning of each upkeep, which I believe is like the beginning of your turn before you draw. I don't remember if it's before or after you draw. At the beginning of each upkeep, put a 1/1 green sapperling creature token onto the battlefield. That is what Nate had all over the goddamn place. He had like 30 of these things, and they were like 30/30s, and he swung at my face and completely and utterly destroyed me. Yeah, it was terrible. So honestly, I like the sound of gaining life, but I also like tokens. My deck, like IRL, is a token generating deck. It's a white-red, so it's a token generating damage dealing deck, and I love it. It's amazing, because there's this card, Assembled Legion, which gives you a 1/1 human knight, or human creature token, for each turn, but the amount of tokens you get each turn is equal to the amount of turns that Assembled Legion has been on the battlefield. So first turn you get 1, second turn you get 2 more, third turn you get 3 more, and so on and so forth. This guy's got trample. This card right here is OP as fuck. So we have a choice between 2 of the exact same cards, so let's throw this little 4/4 with Trampler down. Do I want to draw a card? Whenever another creature with power 3 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, you may... Yes, I want to draw a card. Thank you for allowing me to do this. That is amazing. How nice of you. Let's swing at his face for 15 total damage, huh? He'll probably block these two, if he's smart. Yep. Thank you very much for not being an idiot, at least. So I'm going to destroy both of his little flyers there. They're going to be gone, but I only deal 1 damage because of the fact that my Saproling token, which is a 1/1, is the only thing that was not destroyed through that entire thing. So we're only going to deal 1 damage, but that's alright. I'm okay with this, because we get another 1/1 Saproling token now. So apparently your upkeep is after you attack and all that good stuff. Nope, because I just got another one. So it's right before or after you draw. I don't know. Both cards kind of appeared at the same time. So I can literally swing at him with everything I've got, which I'm going to, because no mercy. The only thing that can't attack is that little Saproling token. I'm sorry, dude. You don't get in on this action. I apologize, but I want to completely and totally wreck his face, because he was a jerk the entire time we were playing, and I didn't like him. So, because black deck. He wasn't playing a black deck, he was playing a white deck. Black deck was the last one. So yeah, as you can see, I'm actually now putting him in negative life, which is kind of a dick thing to do, but I did it anyway. Because I'm a jerk. So I didn't realize that I had so many creatures sitting there. This deck is actually really good. I have never really played with a green deck before. That was actually fun. I enjoyed that. Anyway, that'll be it for this video. The next video we will finish up the tutorial, and then in the third video we will start the actual campaign, and we'll get this thing really up and running. So thank you guys for hanging in there and watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys like it, leave it a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.